Do not mourn, organize. Today, the governments of Canada, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and Sweden sent an important diplomatic note to the Islamic Republic of Iran invoking its criminal responsibility under the 1971 Montreal Convention on the Safety of Civilian Aircraft. The diplomatic note holds the Islamic Republic responsible for the intentional firing of missiles resulting in the destruction of flight PS752 and demands that those responsible for this international crime be brought to justice. The Islamic Republic has 6 months to respond to this notice, after which the 4 affected countries can initiate a case before the International Court of Justice in The Hague. The Association of Families of Flight PS752 victims have endured great hardship to reach this important and essential milestone on the path to justice that was marred by legal and political twists and turns. No one could believe that ours was even a possible journey, but we believed in that glimmer of hope and our own power to organize and persist. Today is one of those days that we have long awaited. The Islamic Republic regime is called before the International Court of Justice to account for every minute detail of the truth and to face justice. We owe this achievement today to the resilience of mothers and fathers of the victims, their brothers and sisters, children, husbands, wives, and partners, a large number of hard-working volunteers, dedicated experts, and most importantly, the public who stood with us. Some of that public are now face to face with the criminal regime in Iran and fighting without losing hope to topple the Islamic Republic regime. We thank the governments of the 4 affected countries who stood with us and helped us to reach this important milestone today. We thank them for engaging Dr. Payam Akhavan, a former UN prosecutor, and ask them to utilize his unique insights into the corrupt Islamic Republic regime, as well as his expertise in international cases, to process this case at The Hague at the end of the 6-month period. From the outset, we sought to stand beside the affected countries' governments and fight the criminal, and we are happy to be part of this battle. We dedicated this historic day to the children of the victims, the children who were thrust into terror and darkness without knowing why. Certainly, their fight for justice will brighten their future. We dedicate this day to Sabah Attar, the 27-year-old daughter of Mr. Mahmoud Attar, who was one of the passengers aboard flight PS752. She died of a heart attack 2 months ago in Iran. We dedicate this day to her and many other survivors of PS752 victims, including the flight crew. The victims never knew that those who fired missiles upon them were not foreign adversaries, but domestic criminals who have taken an entire nation hostage for over 43 years. The passengers and flight crew shall always remain dear in our hearts. We remain in eternal anticipation for the arrival of their flight at the Kiev airport, but we shall never forget their memories. We will not relent for even a moment to reveal the truth and bring the perpetrators of this heinous crime to justice. Finally, we dedicate this day to the courageous people of Iran who are fighting an unequal war for over 100 days against the murderers of our loved ones who have taken our nation hostage. This is the first case that brings the crimes of the Islamic Republic regime to the Hague courts to get justice for the 176 innocent passengers and an unborn child, but also on behalf of thousands upon thousands of other victims of that ruthless regime. While we continue to fight for, is a future when a fair and an impartial court in a free Iran will bring those criminals to justice. Do not mourn, organize in unity so that justice will prevail. We will never forget, nor shall we ever forgive.